Now welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are back in the flight simulator. And well, guess what country we are flying in here out in the wild, out in the field with this plane? Let me just give you a hint. This country is one of the only countries where you cannot watch this video in. Also, one of the only countries where you cannot play this flight simulator, right? Yes, of course I'm talking about China. I've just realized that it would probably say in the title. Yeah, China is quite a crazy country. It's huge, it's got a lot of land, it's got a lot of mountains as well. But their infrastructure is also crazy. They are investing so much money in building huge highway systems all across the country, even with these mountains. Look at this. This is probably one of those highways down here. And they're also working on getting a big, nice airport network here all across the countries, where cities like this one down here, pretty much in the middle of nowhere, right, can be connected to Beijing, which is probably somewhere here. Yes, airports are quite important. And let me just say again, China is crazy. Now, building an airport here in this kind of terrain is an absolute challenge, probably the hardest place to build an airport, am I right? I mean, look at the valleys. Normally you would build airports in valleys, right? Most of them actually have lakes in them, or, you know, they're just not very flat. So what China does a lot of times these days now is actually build airports on top of mountains. For example, this one right here. Welcome to Chongqing Airport. It's right here in the middle of the country. And literally, this is a tabletop runway, a mountaintop runway. What the absolutely mental Chinese people did was they took a mountain, blew off the top of it, which, you know, is pointy, and made the mountain flat, and built a 9,000-foot long runway on it. Seriously. And yes, there are passenger flights to this airport, and this is not even the craziest airport. Holy moly, look at this. This is an international airport. What the hell? You can book an airline ticket to this one. Alright, here we go. This is crazy. I'm landing a 777 on this 9,000-foot long runway on a mountain. And welcome to China, I would guess. Now let's go ahead and stop. There we go. Yeah, this is not going to be that much of an issue. The runway, after all, itself is quite long. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. Look at the terminal. This is a literal international airport. Everyone literally flies here. China Express, Hainan, Hebei. I've never heard of that one. Spring Airlines. I've never heard of that one either. 4 airlines that fly here to so many different places. This is crazy. Wow. Yeah, crazy, man. I mean, I've already said this. This airport is quite modern as well. 2017 was when it was built. And wow, that was actually quite a satisfying landing, if I'm being honest. And well, this is by far not the only airport of this kind here in China. I mean, look at this one right here. Another tabletop runway. This is not all too extreme, but this airport even, I think, a little bit bigger, isn't it? But it's also on top of a tabletop. You know, they had to... Let me just say, grab a lot of TNT to build this airport. Look at the runway lights. It's absolutely crazy. Wow, and let's just land this 777 beautifully. Now, this runway is quite enormous here, really. Holy moly. There we go. This airport also is, of course, served by international traffic. This is a very bad landing. I'm trying to land this from outside view. Look at, wow. I mean, the landscape here, it is quite beautiful, but really, it's impossible without TNT to build an airport here properly. All right, we have completely died here on this landing. Where's the terminal? Look at the terminal building. It's just crazy. This is actually a very nicely detailed airport. Also, we've got one of those crazy highways in the back. Damn, look at how they built this. Damn. I mean, just look at this. This is an we can land this. We can land any plane. Even the Antonov An-225 would have pretty much no issues flying here, right? Crazy. Wow, this is just crazy. I mean, genuinely, I'm quite blown away. This is really amazing. I mean, we've had mountaintop airport runways for years now. For example, at Andorra Airport in Europe, right in the Pyrenees Mountains. But that's nothing from the size comparable to something like this, which is like a proper airport for something like a 777. At Andorra, nothing bigger than a glider can land, right? But no, this is an international runway where airlines fly. What the hell? And also the clouds. Look at look at the weather here. We're inside of clouds. Literally, the clouds are below the runway. How? Yeah, seriously, this is just absolutely beautiful. Oh, yeah. News article, China blew up a mountaintop to build an airport. That's how they did it. I also got this. This is another interesting airport. Look at this one. We have to check that one out too. This one is called Chongqing Airport. And doesn't it look super? I mean, how? I mean, I'm just going to mention right here what it looks like on Google Maps, the runway. doesn't look all too flat, at least on Google. Holy moly. No, it won't look like this in real life, right? But it's crazy. All right, time for another place. This is more of a deserty mountain place now, isn't it? They're very dry looking, but also extremely beautiful. And we've got a pink airport. I think this add-on scenery is broken. Yeah, let me just say this airport is supposed to look like this. Right? I mean, it's also crazy. This isn't their big international... I get it. I'm pretty sure the Chinese only do it because they can. But look at this. This airport in itself is quite a flex. Jesus Christ, look at this. It's on top of a mountain. Let me just also treasure the altitude right now of 13,000 feet that we're at. It's like the thing. This runway is quite long because of this altitude. I mean, up here in the thin air, planes perform a lot worse. Cars perform a lot worse. Humans perform a lot worse. We've got less oxygen to work with, of course. So way less performance in every way. So this is really interesting. Jesus. Look at the runway lights, though. It's absolutely crazy. It's coming for a touchdown. I mean, you don't really want to overrun here, do you? Oh, it's been actually satisfying, even though a bit of a underrun. Great, let's come in and stop. There we go. Look at this. So crazy, man. Look at the damn terminal building between the damn Mount. This is just crazy to me. And of course you can book an airline ticket to this place here too. Garza Caesar. See, they kind of sound like an airport in Italy, if I'm being honest. You can fly with Lucky Air. I don't know if we should trust it. Sichuan Air, I think I know that one. I don't. But yeah, we can fly to some places. It's just crazy, man. This one also was only built in 2019. Very modern, too. And well, with 4,000 meters of runway, pretty much anything can fly here, probably, I would guess. So this is just crazy, man. I'm just blown away by China. And well, do you guys remember where the highest airport on this planet was? Of course, China. Yeah, I mean, yeah, China has got a lot of very tall land. This one, for example, right here is the airport, of course, of Daocheng at 4,400 meters above sea level. That's just crazy. Only the runway is longer than that, 4,200 meters. This is what it looks like here in the flight simulator. Of course, in real life, it looks a little bit less underwhelming. Oh, look at this. It's a very long runway, just in the middle of nowhere. It's just crazy to see. I mean, that's really cool of China. Of course, this video is not getting political in any way. We're just talking about infrastructure and planes. Very cool of this country, which is very big, to provide proper infrastructure, even when it comes to air travel, for everyone that lives here. You can just simply travel by plane to the big cities from here, the middle of nowhere at 14,000 feet. This is very nice to see, and I think we, from the Western world, for example, I guess, can take a bit of an example. I'm talking, of course, about Berlin Airport, which took like 15 years, 16 years to build for an airport that isn't even big. So yeah, guys, China. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, as always. Good night.
Now thank you to my members here on YouTube like Block, Emite, Mubarak, Mike, Ethan, Darren, Stefan, Ian, Oman the Human, Rafael Brukowski, Junk in the Trunk, Moritz, Toby, Great Grandpa John, Government Pasta, Calamity Airlines, Kelly Chaos, New York, Tyler Park, Cheese Doritos, Shadow, Anime Planes 001, X-Men Show, Laird Deslama, Futuring, Kellen, Me By You, Captain Cameron, Spiro, Gary, Norwegian, Bajel, and Parology.